Hello everybody, my name is Minkaro and welcome back to Slammed. Now we're going to click on next, obviously pause it if you want to read it, catch up on it. You get to the locker room and quickly change out of your street clothes and into your wrestling gear. A feeler cut wrestling singlet similar to what you used to wear in your amateur wrestling days, but with Minkaro emblazoned on the back. And instead of your school colours, this one features black and red, blue and white, purple and silver. I'll go for black and red, seems fit enough. Obviously I'm wearing black here, I like red. You lace up your boots, then head towards the curtained off exit. Adrenaline starting to give you that buzz you always get before a fight. You thump your skull twice with lightly balled fists, then twice more on your chest. A little ritual from your college squad, something to settle the nerves. You hear the ring announcer introduce Lance, who's already on his way to the ring. Vinny is standing by the curtain, peeping out of the crowd. He turns back to you, calm and composed now. He grins around his cigar, and suddenly you realise that after all this time, he still gets excited by this job. Are you slamming ready, kid? Before you can answer, you hear the screaming guitar riff begin to play, and Vinny is giving you a thumbs up. I take a deep breath, then stride through. I give a shout, then run through. I smile, then walk through. Okay, I think we've established that we're a power stroke technical guy, not much in the way of speed, so maybe shouting isn't the thing to go for. I think the deep breath and the stride is going to be closer to the heel persona that we were talking about in one of the old videos. Well, I was talking about it. You may have been talking about it, but I can't hear you, so it's not doing anything. Stop trying to talk to me. It don't work. Eh? You can comment after the video if you like, but it's too late then, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to go for that one. Steady nerves. That's what you need. The last thing you want to do is mess up today of all days. You could pull off an Ultimo Dragon thing, you know, walk out, trip over a bloody cave or something. That's WrestleMania 20 for anybody who hasn't seen that. The Cruiserweight match. The Araneta is packed, but it's a small town hall, so that means less than 100 people. Still, the Bowsers make up in enthusiasm anything but they lack in numbers. We have the most boisterous fans on the independent circuit, and they love making themselves heard. When you enter, the boos are immediate. They almost drown out your ring introduction. And making his debut from tonight, from Manchester, weighing 240 pounds, Minkaro! Not sure why the ring announcer is an operatic singer, but we'll go with it. You suck! Boo! Lance will kill you. Lance will kill you. You can't see my hands there, but I was actually clapping in the most polite way possible. You know, that sort of jolly good, yes. You sniff disdainfully and saunter up to the ring, arms raised as if you're generously allowing them to gaze at your body. This is it, you think to yourself. This is what I want. You slide into the ring, still in something of a daze, soaking in the crowd noise. You head to one of the ring posts and strike a pose. Vogue. As you do so, your eyes lock onto a fan in the very first row. It's a very attractive young woman, maybe just a bit older than you, in a tight-fitting tank top that says, "I love men in tights." She gives you a dazzling smile when she catches you looking at her. She's definitely my type. I smile back and give her a wink. I turn away. She's cute, but I need to focus on my match. I give her a polite smile. I'm into men, not women. I give her a wink. I'm into men, but my character doesn't need to be. Okay. Establishing the sexuality of the character. I'm going to stick with straight, I think, just because I'm straight myself. But you know, I tend to, when I'm doing things, I should have explained this when I was picking male over female, I tend to stick with closer to me as possible in terms of like gender, sexuality, that sort of thing. I've chosen heel for this because I like the idea of playing a villain, but I'd like to think I'm quite a nice guy, really, you know, despite all the evidence to the contrary. So, but I think what we need to do is focus on the match, and the character that we're trying to portray isn't somebody that's going to be winking and smiling at people. You know, he's going to turn his nose up. Even if she's the most gorgeous girl on the planet, he's going to be going like that, because we're going for a heel character. You're going to think that he's better than everybody else, because that's what heels do. Not necessarily in the Tyler Breeze, Rick Rude's I'm too good for you sort of thing. More in the I'm the only guy that matters and nobody else is important kind of JBL sort of thing. You know, everything has to revolve around him. You know, back when he was champ. I'm talking about a lot of things that happened back in 2005, 2006. So I hope you're not having to go fucking hell. He's talking about the past again. On to Wikipedia. Anyway, let's carry on. The referee calls her attention, and you and Lance take positions across each other in the centre of the ring. Lance looks at you intently, his expression almost desperate, but at the moment you're too awash in your own emotions to give much thought to what he is feeling. You're seconds away from your first official Borderless Wrestling Federation match. All those hours of study under Matt Kirby, all those unpaid gigs in all but empty gymnasiums, all those days of bearing with Big Benji's complaints, all for this moment. You're not sure if you want to save with anticipation of it, or if you just want the bell rings. The match has begun. You look up with Lance, then quickly bring him into a side headlock, squeezing his head with your right arm. You shift your body weight and flip him over your hip, your arm still pinching his head. It's a classic takedown, and he grunts as his back hits the mat. Lance wriggles free of the hold and gets back on his feet, and the two of you face off again. Time to kick things up a notch. I wonder what the crowd thinks of the match so far. I wonder what Lance thinks of the match so far. I wonder what Vinny thinks of the match so far. Well, despite the opinion that the WWE seems to have, I think the crowd, the audience at home, is the most important thing in wrestling. If a crowd is cheering a guy, that guy needs to start being pushed up the card. If the crowd don't give a damn about a guy, don't push him. So I'm going to go for the crowd option. We don't want to end up being somebody that's it's going to upset Lance and Vinny, but I do think what the crowd thinks is the most important thing. Obviously, with Roman Reigns, that's not something that the WWE agree with, but whatever. As far as you're concerned, you're performing for them, so it's their opinion that matters the most. Lance attempts a running clothesline, arm outstretched around your neck as he passes you, but you duck under his arm and hit the ropes. You repeat the sequence a second time, but this time, instead of ducking under the blow, you trap his right arm with your left, then go for the arm trap neck breaker, twisting Lance's head painfully as you both fall to the mat. The crowd pops modestly as you hit the move. You retreat to your corner and give the audience a thumbs down. The crowd reacts, not just to you, but to the fact that Lance has gotten to his feet and is ready to charge you as you're looking away. Instead of turning in time to counter Lance's move as per the original plan, you delay a second. By the time you take your eyes from the crowd, his legs are locked around your head. You flip head over heels and land hard on the mat, near the ropes. You try to use a second rope as leverage to get back to your feet, still dazed from the Hurricane Rana. Almost as soon as you grab it with both hands, Lance snaps it down with his boot, and the recoil sends you staggering backwards, a perfect target. Lance hops onto the bottom rope and uses it as a springboard to land across you. Belly first, a springboard splash. As Lance goes for the pin attempt, you hear the crowd shouting raucously. Lance isn't known for his offense, and they're seeing a side of him they never expected. The referee begins his count. 1. Thanks, you hear Lance whisper. 2. You kick out of a pin with authority. I crack my knuckles. It's payback time. I take a deep breath. Can't screw up now. I wonder what I'm having for dinner later. That third option is obviously the one I'm not going to go for. Now, cracking knuckles, payback time. Sounds like we're getting serious. We're going to go in. That's a bit of a risk though. We don't want to start stiffing the guy. We don't want to hit him for real. You know, go over the top. Taking a deep breath. I think we should take the deep breath and get the match back to the original plan. You know, Vinny's going to be pissed off because we went off plan. So we want to try and turn it back around and have the rest of it go exactly to plan. You know, do it really well so he's a bit softer. We have to confront him. So that's what I'm going to go for. But I don't stand at the clock. It's time to end this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, please. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.